These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows.
Uh-oh, finna get real.
In the case of Miller versus Rasmussen, when it comes to 3-year-old Zaylee Rasmussen, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Rasmussen, you are...
Loyalty is dead. This situation is dark. He thought he was doing the right thing, showing up and being a dad. He drives 100 miles a week to see a kid he calls his daughter. And now his ex-fiance is in court like, nope, she's not yours.
Ms. Miller, you're here to prove to your ex-boyfriend, Scotty Rasmussen, that he is not the father of your 3-year-old daughter, Zaylee Rasmussen.
Yes, Your Honor.
You claim...
That's one of the messed up things to be in a situation where, you know, you want to be the dad. You don't know if you are the dad, or you are the dad and you waiting years and years and years and find out that you're not the father.
You've been in an ongoing court battle over custody and have petitioned the court several times for a DNA test, all of which have been denied.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Rasmussen, you claim the real reason Ms. Miller is denying your Zaylee's father is because she hates you.
Yes, Your Honor.
You say you've been there for your daughter her entire life, and you're here today to prove you are Zaylee's father.
Man, that's fucked up, man. I feel sorry for my boy. He definitely wants to, you know, be a part of this child's life.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Rasmussen, why is Ms. Miller saying you're not Zaylee's father?
Your Honor, I believe it's just out of pure hatred. She just doesn't want me to have visitation. I drive 160 miles every other weekend just to pick up my daughter and drop her off. That's about 10,000 miles. That's wear and tear on my car. She doesn't have a driver's license. She doesn't have any way to bring her to me. She doesn't have any way to meet me halfway.
You say she hates you? Why does she hate you?
She hates me because at the end of the relationship, when things got rocky, I'll admit it, I did go to another woman. I'll be the first to admit that. You know, it was my mistake.
Is that true, Ms. Miller?
No.
It's not?
No.
Tell me what you believe to be true.
Hey, my man says she hates me. Hey, when a woman says something, you gotta kind of believe what she's saying now.
In this situation.
Yes, I was very mad at him for being a cheater. He cheated on me through pretty much our whole relationship. No, I do not hate him because of that. I lost my respect for him, yes.
He says this is about visitation, too. He loves his daughter, but you don't want him to have the visitation. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why is that?
Because I believe that the only reason why he wants the visitation is to claim her on his taxes.
That is
Hey, hell no, that's fucked up. Hey, but thing is, she know if she was sneaking and creeping. You feel me? She know what dick's been running up in her, you know what I'm saying, at that time.
Furthest thing from the truth. I want my visitation because my daughter means the world to me. I want to be in her life as much as I possibly can.
I mean, if he's driving 160 miles each way every other weekend, the money he would get in his taxes, he's spending in gas.
Yeah.
I'm paying my child support. I have my child support payments right here, plus an additional $3 fee, plus an additional $60 annual fee just to pay my child support.
You pay $50 a week.
Just under $50 a week. Plus that $3 with every check, plus another $60 every year to the state.
Right,
and that's not very much to get what she needs.
$200 for a little baby, man? Come on now you tripping, lady.
Is it enough to buy her clothes so she doesn't have to wear cut-off sweatpants and the same T-shirt every time I pick her up?
I do that because I don't want...
Is it enough money to buy her underwear so you don't got to keep putting her in diapers at 4 years old?
I have underwear for her.
Hey, my man calling her out. Hey, when he pull up and pick the baby up, she be dressed bummy as hell. So obviously that $200, she definitely not spending it on the baby.
And she is not in diapers. She is in pull-ups. She is in training right now. She is having problems.
She is.
But what he's saying, Ms. Miller, is it's clearly not about money if he's paying his child support. And he also spends money coming to see her.
Right.
What is this really about for you?
Yeah.
Why is it you don't want him involved in this child's life?
Because I still believe that he's not hers.
Okay, and listen, that's what we're here for. I want to get down to the bottom of the truth.
Yeah.
You don't believe he's her biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
So explain to me why.
Right.
When she was conceived in March of 2011. He wasn't even in the same state. He was in Vegas. And at that time in March, I wasn't even with him. I was with somebody else because he broke up with me because he cheated on me.
I'll be the first to admit it was a mistake.
Okay, we've gotten the fact that you two have an on and off relationship that has infidelity woven through. I understand that. Ms. Miller, you were stating to the court that you were intimate with someone else and you believe that you were intimate with that other person.
She was dropping them draws, bro. Hey, man, you got to count the months back.
During the time Zaylee was conceived and Mr. Rasmussen was all the way in Las Vegas.
Yes, Your Honor.
But clearly at some point, Mr. Rasmussen either thought or was informed that he was her biological father because he is paying child support. He's still driving 160 miles
Sign
each
a
way.
birth certificate.
And she has his last name.
Right.
Yes.
Mr. Rasmussen.
That's some cold-blooded work right there. Why is he still paying child support? If you think this baby is not his, why are you trying to run that check up?
Fill me in. At what point were you ever told that you were not her biological father?
I believed I was, and still believe, I was the only biological father until about 5 or 6 months or so, give or take, after she was born. We were at family court, talking to the family court commissioner about custody and the things that go along with that, like where she'd be going to school, her doctor, and all that. And Ms. Miller brings it up that I could possibly not be the father because of another man that was involved, and she gave some date, I can't remember the specifics. One of the people we were talking to with the family court commissioner.
Bro. Okay, if she threw that out there, why didn't you just take the opportunity to do a little swab and get it over with? Then you wouldn't be waiting 5, 6 years or how many years later, you know, getting on TV, putting all your business out there, bro.
Did the math, and it turns out that would be a 10-month pregnancy, and that don't make sense to me.
Because it was so long ago, I was confused about the dates, but now that I went through both of our Facebooks, I went through all of my notes, all of anything that I wrote down, and I figured out that she was conceived in March and it was a 9-month pregnancy.
So, Mr. Rasmussen, up until Zaylee was 5 or 6 months old, you believed you were the only possible biological father.
That is correct. We never broke up. There was never any, that I can recall, there was never any split there. A relationship was on and off in a sense, but we never.
But by that time she was born, so she already had your name.
She already had my name.
Did you sign the birth certificate?
That is correct.
Your name's on the birth certificate.
I have that
Jerome,
right.
will you hand me that, please?
I have that right here. My name is on that birth certificate.
Damn. Cold-blooded
If
work
you want
out
more
there.
episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. So you're on the birth certificate.
Yep, I was at.
You're at the birth?
I was at the birth. I was at every single doctor's.
All right, fellas, what would y'all do in a situation like this? If she comes out and say, hey, man, it might be somebody else's baby, what's your first thing you're going to do? I'm just asking.
Appointment. When Zaylee was born, you were at a doctor's appointment. I was at home because I had to work that day. I was at my job as a cashier. I got a phone call and I answered it. They said she was going into labor. I said, okay. I hung up the phone. I quickly finished up as fast as I could with that particular customer. I turned off my checkout light, told the next customer in line that something came up. I either had to go to another line. I went up to.
Hey, bro, that has nothing to do if you found out so many months later, hey, you might not be the father. You should have took action immediately.
My manager, my immediate supervisor said, hey, I got to go. My girlfriend's in labor. I went home, quickly changed my clothes, and I drove about 45 miles through a winded, wooded road in Wisconsin in December, mind you. So it was about a foot of snow on the ground. I made it to that hospital in less than 35 minutes. I beat her to the hospital. And I was there from the moment she got there to the moment she was discharged. I called my boss at work and said, hey, I got to take some days off. I don't care if you fire me or whatever, but I got to stay here. My daughter's being born.
That's a lie. After she was born.
That was an amazing story. You say that was a lie?
Yes.
Hey, man, this is funny shit right here.
It is.
How do you remember it?
After she was born, he was gone. He ran out of the room. I didn't see him for 20 minutes after that. While I was in labor, he was sitting on one of those hospital cot beds on his computer in the corner, not paying attention to me, in his own little bubble.
I admit I was on my computer, but that was far from it. I had to find a way to calm myself because I was so excited. I was so excited to be a father. How often does a man beat the woman to the hospital?
Do you dispute, Ms. Miller, that he was excited about this beautiful little girl being born?
Man, she can't diffuse it. He love that baby.
Really didn't see much excitement.
You didn't?
No.
Did he beat you to the hospital?
Yes, because I had to wait for my aunt to come get me.
What was the problem exactly? You let him sign the birth certificate.
I gave my daughter my last name.
Because we were engaged. And I thought we were going to get married. I thought we were going to have a happy life and raise our daughter together until about 3 months after she was born. One of his friends told me everything that he was doing throughout our entire relationship, cheating on me, going to multiple places to meet multiple girls. And after that, I was just done.
Where's this other possible father?
I'm not even quite sure. After we broke up, he changed his number, he moved, he pretty much disappeared.
Listen, she was out there dropping them draws. You know how that shit go. Women be on them one night stands or a little hot fling and don't even know the mama of the person they fucking, don't know the address, don't know their last name, don't know nothing, just fucking.
I've tried to find him. I have tried to get a hold of him.
And fucking raw.
And I can't find him.
But you keep saying, Mr. Rasmussen cheated, he did this, he did that. And as wrong as that may be,
right, you out here doing your thing too now.
you also slept with somebody else.
We weren't even dating then. I was single at that time because he was with this other lady and I was the side chick, which I didn't even really know about.
All of this is happening and this man is continuing to step up to the plate like he has a daughter on the way, like he has a newborn baby girl. Even through the breakup, you all are making custody and visitation arrangements, but you know deep down there's another possible father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why wait so long to tell him?
Right.
I told him the first time that we had a court date, but the courts threw it out.
Even
DNA
before
test.
you tell anybody in court. What about just telling him?
Yeah. Yeah. You
I
right.
want to understand that. Why was it that you were keeping this information so close to your hip until 5-6 months after Zaylee was born?
The more she grew up, the more I started noticing more of her features, the more she started looking like the other guy.
She looks exactly like I did when I was 3 years old. I have a picture of me when I was 3 and a picture of her from just the other day.
Let me see that. Will you hand that to me, Jerome?
Believe it or not, when I was 3 years old, I had blonde hair.
And so this is a picture of Zaylee on the left and you as a child, Mr. Rasmussen, on the right.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And you say you see a distinct similarity.
Yes, I do.
Do you see it, Ms. Miller? Mm-mm. You don't?
I don't.
You feel like Zaylee looks like the other gentleman you were
Yes.
intimate with.
Look, we even have the same chin. I'm just noticing that now. Our chin looks exactly the same. We have the same dimples.
You are insisting that Mr. Rasmussen is not the child's father, and yet you're receiving child support from Mr. Rasmussen.
Right, you cashing in, bitch. Come on now.
Have you petitioned the court to have Mr. Rasmussen taken off of child support?
I have told him a couple times that if he would just sign her over to me, that he wouldn't have to pay child support anymore.
I'm not going to do that. I'm
Right.
not going to give up that easy.
Yeah, right. That wouldn't make no sense. Let's get the DNA. Well, you need to cancel that child support. You should have did that
I'm
ASAP
fighting
anyway.
for what I know is mine. I know she's mine.
So, Mr. Rasmussen, what type of visitation do you have right now?
Right now, it's every other weekend, but I've had to jump through so many hoops to get to this point. At first, it was that fly-by-night, just make a date whenever you want to and, you know, go from there. But obviously, that didn't work. And then sometime after that, we started out where I had to sit with Miss Miller and my daughter at a park for 4 hours once a week for 4 weeks. And then after that, I got her for 4 hours once a week for 4 weeks by myself without her involvement. And then after that, I got her for 1 overnight a week for 4 weeks. And then after those 4 weeks, then I got what I have now.
Basically, they made him jump through the hoops. I mean, that's a lot of bull crap. That's why whenever you get the courts and stuff involved, it never go right. Best to talk like adults and iron all your problems out and just make it work for the baby.
How is your relationship with Zaylee?
Oh, it's phenomenal. Every time I get her, I try to make the best I can out of it. Even if I don't have any money from, having to put gas in the car and pay the child support and everything, I try to do as much as I can with her, whether it be something as little as, going to the park or going fishing or going to, an amusement attraction. Every little memory at that age, means more than anybody can possibly fathom. And I just try to make the absolute best out of what I can with what I have.
So, Mr. Rasmussen, let me ask you, are you prepared? Have you prepared yourself either way? If this child is my biological child or if she isn't, have you thought about?
That's a good question. Are you mentally ready? Because if this baby comes back and it's not yours, are you mentally prepared to go with everything?
Both alternatives.
In a sense, yes. If it goes the way I'm hoping and I know in my heart that it will, that she is mine, I'm just going to be overjoyed that all the drama and the fighting and all that kind of stuff is behind me. If it goes the other way, I don't think if I had all the time in the world, I could, prepare myself for such a bombshell. Yeah. I don't think I'd be able
Hey, get ready, bro. She gave you warning signs. Take heed when women is talking.
to prepare myself for just how devastating that would be to not only me, but my entire family.
Jerome, I think it's time for the results.
Okay.
It's time, baby. Let's get these results in, man. What do y'all think? Hey, everybody at home, what y'all think about this? Is he the father or is she telling the truth?
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows.
Uh-oh, finna get real.
In the case of Miller versus Rasmussen, when it comes to 3-year-old Zaylee Rasmussen, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Rasmussen, you are not the father. Miss Miller.
Dang, bro.
Sorry.
Miss Miller.
I'm sorry.
Oh, whoa. That's a damn shame. She's celebrating that he's not the father, but you can't even find this other guy. And this guy's been driving 100 miles every other weekend to see the baby, spending time with the baby, gave the baby the last name. For the last 3 years, that's all she knows. And you jumping for joy? Girl, you out your mind.
That's a lot of nerve considering the alternative is somebody that don't want nothing to do with you or your child.
I'm sorry.
You right. You hear that?
That's a lot of nerve. You just showed me where your priorities were right there. Because
Yep.
I held out hope that you weren't just acting a fool because you so mad at him because he cheated on you that you would cheat your child out of a father. But that cheering you did, what you cheering? I'm a single mother with nobody that loves me or my child. What you cheering for?
Damn right. Girl, hell yeah. You feel me? She on that bullshit.
Not.
No, you weren't.
You know what? She's a modern woman. They celebrating being alone, having a deadbeat fucking daddy. I'ma raise the baby all by myself. But you got this guy right here. You should have had the baby by him. At least you would have known he'd be a good father.
He is over here breaking down because he loves this child so much. I sit here day after day after day with women hoping a man would drive 16 miles to see their baby, much less
right.
160 miles each way, and abide by a court order and sign a birth certificate and come day after day and week after week so they can grow visitation to have a relationship with a child. And you have no compassion for not just him, but for Zaylee. She's 3 years old.
She ain't got no compassion for my man's feelings. Fellas, man, we got to stand on business, man. The moment your baby is born, you get a DNA test. That way you don't have to go through this stuff. I feel sorry for my guy, but he should have been smarter too. The moment she said, hey, the baby might not be yours, you should have took heed.
Now, he's not just going to be heartbroken. We got to break this news to her.
Right, because the baby, now, yeah, just think about the baby. She's 3 years old. She running around here calling this man daddy, 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 daddy. And the whole time, he's not the daddy now. When every other weekend, she expecting to see him. You got a no-show for a real daddy.
And y'all over here cheering like it's a sport. This is this baby's life. And I asked you, where's this other man? I don't know.
Right.
And you know he don't want nothing to do with you. Sitting up there cheering.
Right.
Mr. Rasmussen, I am so sorry. I know this hurt you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I don't know what I'm going to do. She's my whole world. Everything I do is for her. She was the reason I went to work every day.
Bro, pull your pants up. You got to do what you got to do, man. I know it's fucked up. You should have already prepared yourself before you even hit the court that the baby possibly couldn't be yours. But you got a man the fuck up right now. You crying on national TV. Shut the fuck up. Get with it.
I know you have a bond with her.
You got to let it go.
I feel like my whole world is in ruins now.
No, your whole world ain't in ruins, bro.
Miss Miller, I'm going to say this to you before I adjourn court. Your child deserves to know who her father is. Whether or not that man wants to be in her life, physically present and participate. He does have a legal obligation to help support her financially. It's important that you make this right. She'll one day ask, where's my father? Every action you take from this point will write the story that you will later have to tell her. I wish you the best of luck. We have counseling for you. Court is adjourned.
Hey, I'm sorry, my boy. Hey, you ain't the first one. You won't be the last one. Man, just hold your head up. Thanks for watching my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up in that comment section. Let me know what you think. Deuces.